one bag, please, in the overhead bin per ticketed passenger, as overhead bin space is shared. If there's anyone in the lounge area that'd like to check their bag complimentary to the final destination, you can see us here at the desk and we'll be happy to assist you. Please make sure you remove all your fragile and valuable items, your keys, medication, spare lithium batteries, any e-cigarettes, passports, or driver's licenses that you may have brought with you. Again, if you'd like to check your bag complimentary, see me here at the desk at this time. Again, make sure you remove your fragile and valuables, keys, medication, spare lithium batteries, e-cigarettes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you another opportunity. We'll begin boarding momentarily. If you just arrived in the lounge area, again, you'd like to check your bag complimentary to the final destination. If you've been rethinking it, you can come and see us here at the desk. You have all up until the door closes of the aircraft. If you want to check it, come and see us at this time. Remove all your fragile and valuable items, your keys, medications, spare lithium batteries, e-cigarettes, passports, driver's license. Take them out of your bag for us. Also, ladies and gentlemen, when you board, put your rolling bags in wheels first. Wheels to the window and handles facing the aisle. That will maximize the space. Please refrain from your hats, jackets, pillows, or blankets, anything of that nature being placed in the overhead bin until all bags have been stowed. If you have a carry-on bag and you have those extender zippers on it and your bag is open, please sit on it, stand on it, do whatever you need to do, get those zippers closed as tightly as you can.
Okay, can you hear me now? So I don't know what was up with that. For some reason, my settings had got turned off for a second, but so let me go ahead and restart what I was saying. Welcome to today's stream. Today we have a double header. We're going to be flying from Charlotte into Orlando with a continuation into Miami. I can hear you. All right, cool, sweet. So I got that figured out. So let's go ahead. We do have ATC today. We have Atlanta Center on to give us our clearance. And let's go ahead and turn on our emergency lights, seatbelt lights, no smoking sign, and we're gonna need our nav lights and our logo lights and everything else. I'll turn on here in a second. How's your day going, Black Diamond? All right, so let's pop down here and tune in Atlanta Center on 132.975. And we can go ahead and get the jetway connected to the aircraft. There we go.
And that's 360, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, 360.
Doing good. When you get a chance, I have a flight request. Okay, all right. Once we get up to cruise, you can send that request over to me. So let's go ahead and start getting the passengers on the aircraft and follow our flight plan with Atlanta Center.
Delta 509, Coastal West, heavyweight turbulence, wind 2705, runway 27 right here for takeoff.
So my day is going good. I slept pretty late today. I didn't wake up till like probably about 1-ish is when I finally rolled out of the bed. And then did some stuff around the house. And now doing this flight for y'all today. So it sounds like it might take a second for us to actually get our clearance in.
Clear for land runway 26 right for American Aviation.
Delta 930.
Oh yeah, he's busy today.
Maintain travel 390, say altitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant.
Thank you.
So what did you do all day, Black Diamond?
Make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins
Atlanta Center United 1017 on the ground at Charlotte, requesting IFR clearance into Orlando.
Let a flight attendant know, and we would be happy to help you. After you put your carry-on items,
United
overhead
1017,
bin, and
Atlanta, Royal
make sure
Clearance
you
request.
close it as
Delta
a courtesy to other
1573 cross
passengers.
Aussie, Adam
Yeah, he's busy today.
And Atlanta landing west, altimeter 3017.
Just got it right as keyboard. Sure makes nice for you.
United 1017 cleared to Orlando via the Icon 4 departure to Knox transition X5, maintain 8000, squawk 2045.
You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process.
All right, Atlanta Center, United 1017 is cleared to Orlando via the Icon 4 departure. Then it's 5, climb and maintain 8000 and 2045 in the box.
Back to 5649. I'm trying to help you, but you don't let me to help you, man. I gave you heading 360 and 6000, and now you are flying I don't know where. Fly heading 360, please.
Flight 360, okay, this 15.
Yeah, disconnect the navigation of the autopilot and fly heading now, 360.
Somebody's having issues.
I'm doing it, 360, okay, this 1549.
American 1857, runway 26
Yeah,
right,
he's busy, so let's go ahead and start throwing everything else in. Our squawk code that he gave us was 2045.
Delta 509, climb maintain, Bravo 230, say altitude, radar contact.
Climb maintain 230.
And let's go ahead and get everything else thrown into the air, into the CDU. So this is the aircraft that we're at. We're at here at Charlotte, KCLT.
United, Cactus 5649, climb maintain 4000.
Do the GPS so the IRS is aligned. And then let's go ahead and do our flight plan. So in Charlotte,
Maintain 4
into KMCO.
Who calls for what?
United 254.
And let's execute that, and let's do our departure. So we're departing via the Icon 4 departure with a Nook transition, I believe that's what it was. Yes, with a Nook transition, and we're going to be departing off of runway 18 center based on the winds that we have. Execute that, and let's look at our legs. So we have Icon.
Turn left,
And then after, let's see, books.
turn left heading 300 at Grimpy, maintain 4000, clear
And
to the
then we
ILS.
have Werfel.
27 left approach.
Let me double check something real quick. Icon 28 center, Icon 4 departure, with a Nook transition. Oh, there we go. It didn't have the transition. And Icon Nooks, there we go. And after Nooks, we have Werfel.
429, can I maintain travel 370?
Man, he is busy today.
Legion 429er.
And after Werfel, we're going to connect to Jetway Quebec 83. And we'll take Quebec 83 to Royco. The ROY.
Get blue 1328, frequency change approved, Unicorn 122.8.
Nick, how you doing, buddy? All I did was my workout. I need to work out, my friend. How you been, Nick?
75, Memphis Center close,
Quebec
frequency change approved, goodbye.
85. And after Quebec 85, we got Leopard.
Southwest 1675, good day.
Cactus 5649, going 270.5, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Good. That's good, my friend.
Land is on left, Cactus 1549.
What have you been up to lately?
Delta 509, can I
And
maintain
then we'll
travel
execute
370?
that. Look back at our legs.
Delta 509.
And after
Delta
Leopard, we
2770,
have
frequency, radar contact
OMN.
lost, verify your connection.
And after OMN, we're
Delta
going to
147 at Rome,
arrive
clear for LS, runway 27 left.
into Orlando via
Delta 147.
the SeaWorld 4 arrival
Delta 41, feet 16, are you up?
Delta
with a
4116.
OMN transition. And
thank
let's
you
look
for
and
your
see a
patience
lot
and
of
welcome
flight
aboard.
simming. Been trying to get into CRJ, but can't really figure out how to fly a lot of flight simming. The CRJ, I'll tell you, it takes a little bit of work to fly. When I first got it, I thought I could just hop right into it and go, but Yeah, it took a little bit of homework on my part to figure out how to fly it.
Left, monitor this frequency.
All right, so let's see.
Have a great day, too.
7
Delta 509, all right, you are coming.
18 left, 18 right. So let's go ahead and plan for runway 18 right. Yeah, do 18 right into Orlando.
United 254, sorry.
Execute that.
Can you repeat, please?
And let's go and see if we have any flight discontinuities. We have one right there, so let's go ahead and fix that real quick. And everything is good to go as far as programming in our route. No auto throttles, so there's that. Oh yeah. You have to stay on top of the throttle or it's going to freaking mess you up. All right, let's go ahead and turn on our pad here. And we need to put in our performance. So our zero fuel weight for today is, let me go back up to it. Our zero fuel weight is 54,088. And then you have to make sure that it's set up in legacy mode, I believe.
United 254,
or it's not going to act right on you either. It's going to like serpentine on the route. All right, so the fuel that we're going to need, the block fuel is 8,948. 8,948 goes there. Enter that. Let's send that out to the aircraft, and let's set all of our V speeds, and let's verify V speeds are in. And let's make sure that
I got a problem here.
the information. All right, that took our cruising altitude is going to be flight level 360.
Line up and wait.
Not up and wait, runway 26 left.
All right, guys, I need a little help up front. Everybody, open your transponders and please say yes when I say your transponder. Squawk 2027. Who are you?
All right, so he needs to.
That is JetBlue 1482.
Catch up with all the aircraft. All right, so thrust reversers are on. Nose wheel steering is on.
Allegiant 1490.
And I believe.
Thank you. Squawk
we are good there.
2047. Who are
Let's
you?
go ahead and. Oh,
There's that 1.7.
did I fire up the APUs? No. Let's go ahead and fire up the APUs. All right, and let's start that up. APU is going to spool up.
Atlanta, Piedmont 6118, request more descent.
Oh yeah, he's getting slammed right now.
6118, frequency change approved, Jacksonville, Center close. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, going to Unicom, Piedmont 6118.
All right, APU is spooling up.
Squawk 20.
And let's go ahead and turn our hydraulics on. Hydraulics are on, and we can start our beacon because we will be starting the engines here shortly.
3, who are you?
Ground cart, we can go ahead and remove that. And we can remove the chalk.
Delta 509, what is your squawk?
2063.
Thank you. Squawk 0510, who are you?
Delta 1572.
Thank you. All right, everybody's back now.
All right, let's make sure our APU is...
Squawk 1041 at flight level 360, who are you?
Delta 4116.
All right, APU is still good.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and push from the gate. Let's get our tug, get the jetway removed, and get the tug put in.
Clearance request. Delta 147, runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land. Delta 147.
Yes, see,
Good
where's the
evening,
tug?
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard
about 20 miles from large, flight level 380.
Orlando. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
All right, and he told us to initially climb to 8,000, so let's go ahead and throw that in.
All devices are in airplane mode, and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs
all right, 8,000 has been put in.
Position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
And we need to set our yaw damper, stabilizer trim, and mock trim. All that's good. We are squawking mode Charlie and 2045, and our altimeter that we need. I need to throw that in.
Verify your connection, radar contact lost.
Altimeter is
5507, radar contact is gonna maintain
3020.
240 Delta 3507.
3020. Alright, 3020 is the altimeter, so we are looking good to go there. Let's go ahead and push from the gate. Go ahead and remove our parking brake, and let's make sure I'm not on the aircraft page. Alright, remove the parking brake, go ahead and push from the gate, and we can go ahead and start firing up engines.
5649 has vacated runway 27 left at November.
Whatever. Accuse 5649. November Tango Lima cross 27 right.
Alright, so we're going to stop our pushback here in a second so we don't slam into the building.
793 heavy flight level 300 about 48 stop away.
Alright, go ahead and stop our pushback. We'll set our parking brake here, and we can go ahead and tell the tug to go away. Tug's going to disconnect, and we are 20% on the N2, so let's go ahead and throw some fuel over to the aircraft.
Please direct your attention to the flight attendants.
And for some strange reason, it kicked my entire routing out, so I have to throw it back in. So bear with me 1 second. I don't know why it did that. So and KMCO.
Please review the safety instructions card.
Alright, execute that as we arrive with departure. Departing off with the Icon 4 with a Nooks transition, and we're doing 18 center. Let's do this again, execute that. Do our leg. So after Nooks, I hate when it does that. So this aircraft has, you are really getting comfortable with this plane. Yeah, I am. But this thing has its quirks, like for some strange reason, and you saw me program the entire flight plan in. It kicked everything out, so I have to come in and throw everything back in again. So flight plan, let's go to the next page, and we're going to do QA3
Start the flow of oxygen.
to Royco,
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band.
and after Royco, we have QA5. And I have to thank you, Black Diamond, for recommending this aircraft to me. After Leopard, we have the arrival into Orlando. So we are arriving the Zero 4 arrival with an old man transition, and we're doing 1-8 right for the arrival. Execute that. Make sure there's no flight discontinuities. Go ahead and fix that right there. Execute. And let's look at our performance, see if it kept all that information. No. So let's go and put the information back in. Set up all these speeds. Nose gear steering is on. And our cruise out to the flight level 360. And execute that. And our trim that we need was 5.8.
Lima to the RAM, monitor this frequency.
Remind the frequency close to 7
right,
right, join Lima, Delta
5.9.
Delta 793 heavy.
507, descend via
Alright,
Jedi
so we are good there. 8,000 feet, flight director is coming on now. And we can go ahead and call for our taxi. It's hotter in Las Vegas than here in Arizona. Is it? Really?
Delta 5507 affirmative. Descend via
Jedi. Taxi lights coming on now. And we can go ahead and turn off the APU. And everything else is looking good.
Alright, Jedi to arrival information Tango.
So we are ready to taxi. Atlanta Center, United 1017, you're ready to taxi at this time.
Who called for taxi?
United 1017 on the ground at Charlotte.
United 1017, runway 18 center, clear taxi via Echo.
Going to 18 center via Echo, United 1017. All right, everybody, so let's go ahead and commence our taxi. Yeah, that was a little
Delta 793,
flustering when everything kicked out like that. All right, so let's go ahead We're going to need flaps 8 to get out of here.
Center Delta 509, let's go back on course. It'll be direct Macon viewer.
So what's your favorite, Nick, if you're still here, what's your favorite aircraft to fly?
United 254, am I still holding short of 26 left Atlanta?
Please note, the cabin lights will begin for departure and landing.
United
If you
254,
require
affirmative. Are
additional
you ready to
lighting,
go,
there's a
sir?
reading light on the panel above you.
Pardon?
It is a question. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go, sir.
It is a question, my guy. Are you ready to roll?
United 254, RNAV to MPAS, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
You know, I think it's another issue that they have with this sim, Black Diamond. I don't know why. Every time I fly into Charlotte, it's like lightning. And I know it can't be like storming and lightning
Delta 426,
every day
runway 27 right,
over there in
taxi via
Charlotte.
Lima, Juliet, Mike.
Ooh, that was bright.
Delta 937, Jacksonville Center, cross frequency.
All right, let's go
change up to half of the
ahead,
time.
take off his arm because everything is good and set inside of the aircraft. And let's pop down here. We're going to probably need some lighting here
Delta 509,
in the near future. Come on.
Delta 509, thank you.
Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Delta 1625 with you.
Pop down here.
Delta 1625, Atlanta Center, welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. It has been a party for him. So what's the temperature, Black Diamond?
Atlanta Center, good afternoon, Mountain Air 586 with you at Henry County Airport, looking for IFR to Concord Regional.
Monitor 586, Atlanta Center, clearance for report. Hello.
All right, 108 here. Woo, man. I think it got up to like 110 here in Cali yesterday. No, it was like 113 yesterday. All right, so we're gonna turn right here and hit the approaches of the runway. See, make sure nobody's coming in on us. It is looking clear. And yeah, Black Diamond, once I get up to cruising altitude, you can go ahead and send that request over to me.
Atlanta Center, good afternoon, Power 401 Heavy over Greenwood, flight level 400.
Every time I hear that call sign, I think of a radio station, Power.
Power 401, Atlanta Center, squawk then.
Wilco.
Alright, so we're going to hold short at 18 center here. And I just want to get all of my lights situated because it will be getting dark on this flight.
Atlanta Center, this is the 1081, squad 2 north with 32 left.
Alright.
Delta 703, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival.
And let's set our heading bug. And we are going to fly runway heading out of here.
Yeah, Delta 703, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival. Atlanta is landing west, altimeter 3017.
Send via the Jedi 2, landing west 3017.
And we will, let's see, our speed we're going to need is 250. Let's go ahead and set that in.
Atlanta Center, this is the 1081.
Okay.
At spot 2 November.
Charlotte weather may be pretty accurate. Charlotte is 30% overrated, partly cloudy. Okay, all right. So, yeah, I haven't set for real-time weather, so I was just curious, because it's just weird that every time I fly into Charlotte, it's thunder and lightning and stuff like that.
Montana 586, Kalana, ready to copy?
Ready to
All right, let's let him pass this information over to the aircraft, and then I'll call for takeoff clearance.
Clear to Concord Airport via the Breda Vectors E2.
Did you do any flying yesterday?
Direct
Black Diamond?
for the Chapter 3 arrival. Maintain 3000. Expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Squawk 2031.
All right, just hold it short here at 18 Center, waiting for Atlanta Center to get a free moment, and then we'll call for our takeoff clearance.
Squawk 2031, Mountain Air 586.
Mountain Air 586, we back, correct? Release for departure, boy time in 20 minutes. All in the air.
Roger, we'll be void after 20 minutes, so we'll call airborne, Mountain Air 586.
Alright.
United 254, radar contact, stay out.
Hey, he is swamped today. This is crazy.
Sorry, repeat that, please.
Alright, Delta 4116, descend and maintain, travel 340.
Yes, that was sightseeing
Dana
with the
5,
85 icon, that's Nevada area. Pretty cool. Alright, cool. How's the Vegas area look? Because I know you just got that.
Dana 5, discretion, maintain, travel 240.
Descend and maintain, flight level 340, pilot's discretion.
Oh, no worries.
240, Delta 4116.
5507, you got Tango?
Yes, we have Tango.
Sometimes I forget to turn my cap lights off or whatever.
27 left, 5507.
Alright, Delta 117, say altitude.
Man, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to call for my takeoff clearance.
Delta 117, Atlanta, squawk 2060.
2060, Delta 117.
Delta 793, you got Tango?
Like, this guy has been talking non-stop. I hope he has water there waiting.
Delta 793, runway 27 left.
Vegas area details, signs and buildings are right on.
Delta
Sweet, so it does have that melted look like it usually
Delta
does?
426, Harna football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Land Center, United 1017, hold short of 18 center.
United 1017, fly heading 180, runway 18 center, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, flight heading 180, United 1017. All right, everybody, so let's go ahead and get up out of here.
United 254, can I maintain travel 370?
Flight level 370, United 254, thank you.
And we're going to be doing heading 180.
Ready to taxi to 27 right.
Delta 1122, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Mike.
And entering the runways, go ahead and turn on our runway entry lights and strobe light.
Delta 509, Jacksonville Center close, runway change approved, Unicorn 122.8, goodbye.
Over to advisory, have a great rest of your day, always a great job, Miguel.
Thank you, brother, have a good night.
You too.
Choke is in there.
Land Center, Delta 1866, that's flight level 360.
Delta 1387 and Delta 1856, Havana Center, welcome on board.
Alright, gears coming up at this time.
Delta 1958, how do you read me?
Flaps coming up.
I hear you loud and clear.
And we're flying heading 180.
Requesting IFR to Santo Domingo.
And climb. We're doing the heading, speed, autopilot, and the aircraft is going to fly that heading.
Center, clearance for request. Delta 1958, you cleared to Santo Domingo Las Americas
No melted look and all crisp in the fall. Oh, sweet. I'm going to have to get that then.
Maintain 10,000. Squawk 2023.
Alright, go ahead and take it to 250.
Okay, we're clear to Santo Domingo, Las Americas via the varsity to departure, making transition, Dennis file. We're making 10,000 and squawk 2023 for Delta 1958.
Delta 1958, read back correct, runway 27 right.
Okay, with respect to 7 for departure, I'm calling ready for taxi, Delta 1958, thank you.
Alright. Atlanta City, United 1017, checking in at 5,000.
United 1017, Atlanta Center, radar contact, direct Gilfin, join the departure, can I maintain 16,000.
Join the departure, climb and maintain 16,000, United 1017. Alright, so let's go ahead and tell the aircraft to go straight to Gilfin.
Alright, who called?
Actually, do I want to go straight to Gilpin or do I want to go straight?
Yeah, the 376
Yep,
verify
straight to
your Audi because it's totally a rainbow.
Alright, so the aircraft is going to continue to Gilpin, and we're going to climb up to 16,000.
Delta 1081, Atlanta, Roger, Arnav, MPAS, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Arnav MPAS, clear to take off for the 1081.
American 628, Atlanta, squawk 2065.
Alright. So the aircraft is going to continue to climb up.
Delta 485 is with flight level 260.
Delta 426, Atlanta, radar, contact maintain level 230.
Woo, that was bright.
Who called?
Atlanta 789 US flight level 3.
Alright, so the aircraft's going to continue to climb up.
United
That was
376,
a pretty interesting departure with all the traffic that was going on in the area.
Delta 485.
So the flight time into
Delta
Orlando
485, Atlanta, squawk
is an hour and 17 minutes. We just passed 10,000 feet, so we can go ahead and turn off our landing lights
Delta 485,
and continue our flight into Orlando. As I mentioned, this will be a double header. We're going to be flying from Orlando, fly into Orlando. After Orlando, we'll fly into Miami. That's the only scenario I will go. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get it. I mean, $13 isn't that bad, and I'm tired of like the melted look that they have over there in Las Vegas.
Atlanta's landing west, and we'll get Aussie, Delta 4116.
Aussie 12000, uniform correct.
Sorry, we'll get uniform.
Where'd you pick it up from? From the Microsoft store?
JetBlue 1492, descend maintain level 330.
Alright, so we're going to level off here at 16,000, and he should give us higher here SIM market. Okay. I'm going to have to look into it then. Alright, let's go back now. Go ahead and manage our speed so the aircraft doesn't climb up on us.
Level 350. Delta 485.
It's Flight Tampa. Oh, really? Flight Tampa always has really good sceneries.
Delta 117, descend and maintain for level 340.
Maintain 340, Delta 117.
Allegiant 429, descend and maintain for level 330.
Namina! Hey! How are you?
United 1017, can I maintain for level 360.
Go to 360, United 1017. Alright, let's go ahead and take this bad boy up to 360.
5507, fly heading 350, descend and maintain 6000, vectors full approach.
350, 6000, and vector for the approach, Delta 6507.
There we go, 360.
One center, Delta 377.
And put it back on speed. And the aircraft is going to climb up to 360 now. There we go. And it's hit our heading bug, so it flies correctly on the route. How goes the flight? It goes good. It was kind of busy getting out of Charlotte a second ago, because the airspace is really saturated today. So the controller is very busy. He's the only controller on, so he has to like do takeoff clearances, landing clearances, and taxi clearances, and control the airspace. So he's very, very busy. I'm tired and haven't been busy all day, but happy to be here. Yeah, I'm happy for you to be here, Namina. I normally don't get to catch you on. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I didn't fly yesterday because I was in Sacramento taking care of some stuff.
United 1017, Jackson, descending close, frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Frequency change to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC, Miguel. Great job. Catch you next time.
See you next time, bro. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Alright, so yeah, he was handling it, man. Like, this guy, he had
It just confirmed for Delta
a buttload of aircraft in the area, and he had to control. So, what did you do all day, Namina? I know you said you were battling sleep and whatnot. What did you do that kept you from taking a nap?
Delta 426.
Alright, so while we're doing that, let's go ahead and look at the information for
Delta
our
426 at the moment
arrival.
of Judge departure.
So we're going to be arriving 1-8, I think it was 1-8 right I selected? Let me see. Let me see.
If you'd like, we'd like to get up like over 370.
Yeah, 1-8 right is one I selected. So for 1-8 right,
thank you.
we are going to need decision height of 200 feet, and then 94 feet is the field elevation. So let's go ahead and throw our decision height in. I absolutely hate trying to throw the decision height in because it sometimes takes time. It takes a while to throw it in. So 200 feet.
Delta 426, center maintain, travel 370.
See?
Who's call at 17,000 or whatever? Who called?
Yeah, that was Delta 793, heavy turbulence coming out of
200 feet is our decision height, and our landing altitude is 94 feet. Let's pop up here, change that. And let's see if that took one more turn, and then we should be good.
Alright, I hate you pretty bad. Verify your connection.
Alright, cool. We're set up there. Life, all the life. This always looks so complicated to me. So many buttons and blinky lights and such. Oh yeah, it can definitely be complicated, but it's fun. It's fun. I love the challenge. Alright, our frequency is going to be 111.9 for the runway. Let's tune that in. 111.9 here and 111.9 here. Alright, so we are all set up for our approach into Charlotte. So now I can sit and chat with y'all. So, Namina, forgive me, but I do not remember the days that you stream. What days do you stream again?
Delta 153 requesting IFR to Chicago.
Delta 153, where are you?
And if you can, y'all, go ahead and drop Namina a follow. Okay, why didn't that take? Let me try that again.
Alright, Delta 153, you are out on my airspeed, unit 122.8. Break. Delta 4116, you got information uniform? What you're going to hear about today.
We have information uniform, Delta 41.
Matt Ladd, how you doing, buddy?
507, turn left, heading 240, descend maintain 3000.
Yeah, I can't get it to work right now. But go and check out Namina, awesome streamer. Good. How about you? I am doing well, my friend. I have long weeks and short weeks where I stream Mondays and Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. All right. So you're going to be streaming tonight? This next week, we're only doing Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, so you're only doing Wednesday and Thursday this week. Thursday is looking good. Oh yeah, this thing is awesome, but it is a beast.
Alright, sorry for that. Delta 4116, say
so
you got uniform?
Delta 4116, we have uniform.
Oh yeah. Like yesterday's stream was just amazing. Like I had a great time being there.
Descend via the RZ1 arrival, 27 left transition, Delta 41.
Had an awesome time being there yesterday.
Delta 55,
what is my...
intercept runway 27.
I really need Sav here, because Sav is the one who's usually like on top of the shoutouts.
Delta 1122 ready to go.
And ever since I've made him, I forgot what the actual command is. Let's see.
One second. Delta 485, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival. Atlanta landing west.
Yeah, you and Sav made me cry like blue. That's right. Did we? Oh, I'm glad we can make your day, Namina. Yes, this week is Gotcha, okay. My turning hurt was full. Your mic seems a little low compared to everything else. Alright, hold on. Let me fix that.
Delta 5507 clear for a visual approach on with 27 left.
All right, how's that, Mad Lad?
I don't have position yet. Delta 5507.
Center, Delta 3646.
Without division, roger. Cross depot at 3000 clear for a left and with 27 left.
Is that a little bit better?
3000 clear left, 1.27 left, Delta 3507.
Because I don't know what happened. For some reason, you're gonna need to talk for a bit more so I can hear. Okay, all right. Canadian, are you a real pilot? No, I wish I was. I wish I was. That was always my dream to be a real life pilot, but like I just recently retired from the Air Force. And ultimately, when I was in school, I wanted to be an airline pilot, but I didn't really apply myself enough to go to college and whatnot and become a pilot. And then after, once I joined the military, I tried to get my PPL, but moving around and stuff like that caused me to have to get different schools and what have you. So cool. You were from Air Force? Yep, I was in the Air Force for 21 years. Maybe just lower the music. Alright, let me lower ATC. But it could be ATC that's overpowering everything.
Oh, yes, sir. Mountain Air 586 at 3000.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely ATC. Alright, how's that, Mad Lad? Patson is annoying with this audio. It changes all the time when you change frequency and some controls. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Because I haven't like adjusted my music settings or mic settings in the past couple of weeks, and it's every time I get a new controller, that's when it's like overly loud. So what is?
In a few moments, we'll be starting our
I think the music is a bit too much. Personally, what you can see is going to, but I just want to stream for do what you like. When's the last time you streamed, Mad Lad?
That was 622 another center, squawk 2015.
You like it? God, a while. Oh, really? You think it's wonderful? Okay, 2 months? Oh, 2 months or so. Okay, all right. So I just started getting on a regular schedule. Like a year or so ago, I was streaming just about every day. But then life, you know, happens, and my computer, I had to update. Yeah. And now I'm back on a regular schedule where I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. This week was a weird week because I had some stuff that I had to take care of. So I wasn't able to stream on Sunday. That's why we're doing a double header today. And then this upcoming week, I won't be able to stream at all because I will be out of town. So I won't be able to stream on Saturday or Sunday, but I will be able to stream on Monday of next week. It's very uplifting and fun. What type of music do you like, Namina? Do you have a mixer for your mic? Nope, I'm just using OBS, and then I have a plug-in for the EQ to adjust the settings and whatnot, but other than that, no.
You are 5 miles from Granby, maintain 4,000.
I hope it didn't throw my filters out. Let me see. Make sure my filter. Yeah, my filters are still there. That's weird. I think it's better to ask what music do I not like, since I love so many different kinds. I have a deep appreciation for music. Okay. Try boost to treble. Mid sounds like you naturally have a bassy voice. But I do naturally have a bassy voice. But yeah, I'll look into that. Listen to country, rap, and smooth jazz. Okay. I can't really listen to country. Yeah, and the mic emphasizes it. Okay, yeah, I'll for the next stream I'll go in and make those adjustments. country is alright sometimes. Yeah, I've never been able to get in the country. Like, the type of music that I usually listen to is, I like instrumentals, a little bit of rap, like, for the beat. Like, I don't listen to the lyrics nowadays, because the lyrics make zero sense. And then, heavy metal, old school R&B, old school rock and roll, stuff like that. Alright, so what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Unicom. That way, y'all can hear me a little bit better. Heck, I'm from south of England. You would think I would like country. Yeah, that's true. I like most things, really. Okay. But you know what? A lot of good music originated from England. And I didn't realize it until I got older. I like grime too, depends on the mood. R&B from the 90s was amazing. Yeah, it was, because it told a story. It told a story back then, but now it's like everything is the same subject matter. Oh yeah, England has some amazing talent. Yes, it does. It did, yes. AJ, Tracy, Dave, Stormy. So good. Yep. Alright, so let's see. 118 nautical miles is when we will start our descent. So let's go ahead and throw that in. KMCO and 118. And all right, let's zoom out and make sure that I map correctly. So let's change the range and see. Okay, that was about correct. You know what is really amazing music too?
Add Eve unit to what an interesting hypothesis. Stop spamming symbols. Warning. Sorry,
Namina. I don't know why it got you like that, because I actually adjusted Nightbot to where it doesn't do that. But yeah, when I was growing up, I used to like all the Cyndi Lauper and what's another one? Peter Gabriel and people like that. I used to think that, hey, they're probably here in the States, but yeah, they're from the over there in UK. So I was like, oh shoot, I didn't realize that until I got older. Don't worry about Nightbot. Nightbot will be all right. Namina. She just be on it sometimes. Here is my flight request. KMAC to KRMG about hour and 30. Where is KMAC? Where's KMAC? Yeah, she be on it. Like yesterday, she was like hitting people left and right on your stream. KRMG. Okay. Macon, Georgia. Okay, all right. McDonald's own airport. Basically, McDonald's have their own airport there and CEO. Oh, really? I know I have to figure out how to fix it. You can go into the Nightbot settings and actually set how many characters people can put before Nightbot actually like pings them. Alright, so we're looking good. We're just cruising along in a beautiful CRJ. K-McDonald's. Ronald's the CEO. Oh yes, in my Nightbot now. See, yep. Rome, Georgia is the destination. All right. Yeah, we'll do that one next Monday when I'm streaming again. So yeah, Mad Lad, what's your because you have 2020, right? What's your favorite aircraft to fly? Oh, X-Plane 11. Okay, I thought you had 2020 for some reason. Thought you had 2020. My bad. I've been getting used to the A350, learning it still though. I feel you. I feel you. I can't wait for the 737 to come out. That's what I'm looking forward to. Because when I was flying P3D, that was my go-to aircraft with the 737. 737 and 78, if you remember. And I know PMDG just released the DC-6, and I think the 737 was the next thing that was going to get released. So I'm looking forward to that. Black Diamond, how's the audio sounding to you? Here's her, they're coming out with an A320 built from scratch, VNAV, and much more. Who, PMDG? Audio sounds good to me. Okay, alright. Namina, dropping hearts. I wonder if, I'm guessing Sav is probably streaming with Donna right now. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Oh no, neither one of them are on right now. I think he's working. Okay. Would be surprised if it was PMDG as their Boeing official product. Company called Phoenix. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know PMDG has always been like a Boeing. Yeah, just like Mad Lad said, I'd be surprised if it was PMDG as well. But I know I read in Twitter yesterday that the fly-by-wire team is looking for a dev that's good at modeling. Because I guess they're wanting to completely overhaul the A320NX to give it like a cabin and everything else like that. Well, it's gonna be a Neo. A CO, not a Neo. Current engine operations, yeah. Not new engine operations, current engine operations. But I really love how I didn't make that up. That was the actual name. Is it? I've never heard that term. Alright, so we have about 50 minutes or so before we get on the ground into Orlando. As I mentioned, we will get down there and it'll be a fairly quick turn. And then we'll fly down into to Miami. Just heard it earlier today. Yeah, I read it it was late last night. I saw it on Twitter. Since the Neo came out, new engine option, they named the non-Neo one CO meaning current. Oh, okay. That's interesting to know because yeah, I did not even know that. So yeah, once we get on the ground, also, did you get the deal I sent you earlier today? On what? On Discord? Heart see you, Namina. No problem. I just saw it. I don't have my notifications turned on Discord. So yeah, usually I don't see messages until I physically go to the apps. But heart see you, much love to you, and your stream was just awesome. You're an awesome streamer. It's super cool. I've never like actually watched the VR chats. So are those actual, like the other people that are popping up in the chat, are those actual people or are those just NPCs? You can also get the CEO version with Sharklets, which sometimes look a bit weird oh, I see. Yeah, that's another because I used to be on a GTA server. Sharklets, aka Airbus Winglets, got you. The little shark tooth that'll be on there. I used to have my notifications on, but when I was on a GTA server, on an RP server, my messages were constantly like blowing up. So I was like, nah, I gotta turn this off, and I have yet to turn it back on. I've started toying around with GTA again. I'm actually on an RP server called Development RP, and it's super fun. It's 18 and up, so you don't have a lot of the kids coming in there who just wanna, their whole motive is just to, or their whole mission is just to shoot cops and get into high-speed pursuits. So you don't have that on this server that I'm on, and I love it. Alright, so let's look at our pros. Let's see, we need to get down to, let's see, 4,000 feet is what we're going to have to descend down to. And for the arrival, we're arriving at SeaWorld for arrival. So let's just look at that real quick. Okay, so yeah, we need to get down to 4,000 for our descent. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the aircraft so that it is ready whenever we begin our descent. Well, what's the last GTA that you played, Namina? Oh, GTA 5? Okay. Have you tried RP? On the 5M servers? I haven't played it in a while since I moved. Okay, alright. The Sharklets are the ones that stick up like the 737, the Airbus ones, which are small and go both up and down, are called wingtip fence. Oh, okay, alright. Alright. Yeah, I thought those were called Sharklets, but okay, so the wingtip fence is the ones on the end. The ones that go up and down. I applied for one. I forgot the name, but I wasn't accepted. Well, you should try Dev RP. It's an open one. It's not whitelisted, so you don't have to like apply or anything. The only thing you have to apply for is like if you want to be Leo or EMS or fire or anything like that. The little ones, yeah. All right. And that's on like the A319 and stuff like that, right? A310, 18 through 21, and A380. Okay, all right. Alright, so the aircraft is handling perfectly, flying the route, no problems whatsoever. It should be on the ground here in Orlando momentarily. And once we get on the ground, we'll kick the passengers off and head back up, head down into Miami, and then we'll take the helicopter, fly along the Miami beach line, and then that'll be it for today's stream. So you're an Airbus fan, Mad Lad? Yes, sir. So, you know me, I'm only a Boeing fan. I'm a huge Boeing fan. But ever since I got Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, I started touring around with other aircraft. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fish. Hey, let's go fish and talk about it. No, but yeah, I've always been a huge Boeing fan, but once I picked up 2020 and they didn't have like any really good Boeing aircraft. I mean, they have the 787 on there, but I want the full functioning 787, like the quality wings. So I was like, you know what? I need a short range aircraft, and I was like, I guess it's time to learn the A320. So once I learned it, it's like it's really easy. The only thing that I hate about the A320 and Flight Sim 2020 is the fact it doesn't have VNAV. That's why I like it. It's not it's not really overly complicated. At first, I thought the cockpit looked pretty simplistic, but it kind of grew on me after a while. And then once the fly-by-wire team was doing all their updates and everything, it just made me want to fly it more. I mean, not Airbus technically has. Airbus technically has VNAV. Really? It's just called manage mode. Ah, well, you're schooling me because I didn't know. Like I said, I'm so used to flying the Boeing line, and I'm used to having the VNAV and whatnot. All right, so we're over the water here, skirting the East Coast. Should be a beautiful landing down into Orlando and a continuation into Miami. Matter of fact, as I'm doing that, let me go over to SimBrief and start looking for our flight plan into Miami. Orlando love. Yep. My parents actually don't live too far from Orlando. Alright, so the flight into Orlando looks pretty straightforward. And I'll figure out the runway and everything that we're landing at once we get on the ground. You can get one of those cold and dark and going in 5 minutes. Really? Flight deck of the Airbus grew on me too. First felt like it was a submarine. Yeah, as I mentioned, it seemed pretty simplistic initially. But yeah, it grew on me. And once I actually figured out how to operate it, I was like, okay, I could do this. And Airbus for me feels like it's so old. So many switches and buttons. Hey, at least it doesn't have analog gauges. Sorry, I mean a Boeing. Oh. Not Airbus. So I actually flew in a full motion simulator. I went to Atlanta, and they have the Boeing Museum, and it has a full motion 737 simulator. It cost about, I'm not sure how much it was per person, but my brother and my brother and my sister got tickets to do it and whatnot. And it had the old analog gauges in it. I was like, oh, this is going to be painful. But it was super cool to fly. My brother, he has a slight fear of flying, so he's using various means to get over that fear. So he did the simulator. We were flying and what have you. And then when it was my turn to fly, I told the instructor, I was like, give me the most complicated situation you got. So he gave me zero visibility, crosswinds, rain. I was like, oh God. And I was able to get the aircraft back to the airfield. The landing, on the other hand, I think I broke every strut on that aircraft when I landed. But I got it on the ground. Black Diamond says no comment on the Boeing look. I just do circus at the airport. Yeah. Yeah. Like we didn't like take off from an airport and then fly back to an airport. He actually started us already in the air, which was weird. And then we had to take control of it from there and vector it back to the airfield and land. Alright, so we're creeping up on the top of our descent here. Gonna go ahead and engage that in a couple of minutes. And we'll be on the ground in Orlando. And we'll be on the ground for probably about 5 minutes or so while I get everything switched over as far as the routing, where we're going and what have you. Getting the passengers loaded on, and then we'll be on our way back to, or over to Miami. Is Miss Diamond flying today, Black Diamond? Looking at our arrival, I'm thinking it's going to be 1-8 left that we're going to actually be shooting for. So let me throw some, update some information. So it's going to be nah, we'll stick with a 1-8, right? That's fine. I don't want to confuse it. No, not today. She is wore out on flight sim for about. Really? It actually wore her out? These FMCs are so confusing to me. It takes a little bit to get used to. Like when I first started learning them, you know, there were points where I would get stuck. And I said, okay, I don't know what to do next. And let's see. Let me look at the Orlando information again. Right. Alright, let's look at NAVCraft real quick. Let's see what points. ILS 1, 2, R9. I told her how sorry I was inside. I was like, yes! Inside you were like, yes! I can get back on the sim! I'm no longer the flight attendant. But I know your sister and your sister-in-law and Miss Diamond had you running, getting them drinks and stuff. Oh man. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start our descent down into Orlando. And the aircraft is going to descend down to 4,000. And let's just pop this out real quick and see where... Perfect. Alright, so we need to slow... There we go. Slow the descent down a bit. descending. Descend now. Traffic. I don't even know if this... Hey, Black Diamond, does this aircraft have TCAS? Man, I was about to go union on them. Like, this is BS. Like, how did I get demoted? Orlando traffic, United 1017 descending via the 04, arrival expecting ILS 18 right into Orlando traffic. Does what plane have TCAS? This aircraft, the CRJ. I don't know about TCAS, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if the thing has TCAS or not. I'm pretty sure in real life it has it, but I don't know if this model has TCAS. If you have a transponder with TA and RA, it should. Yeah, in real life it should, but I don't know if this model actually has it. Like the weather radar doesn't even work on this model. Oh no, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Alright, and we're actually going to tell it to go down to 3,000. Alright, so the set's still looking good. And the altimeter that we're going to need for Orlando is 3020. So once we hit 18,000 feet, I'll throw that in and then we'll be set up. It says here, if you go to the radio panel to the bottom right of your seat, you will see a small button that will take you to the TCAS page and you can set it for above or below. Because you got, where's that? So right here is where the TCAS and weather knob should be. But I don't think it's functional. Yes, it does have TCAS. I checked the checklist, so I can't see the cursor. Okay, you have to have the cursor turned off. It's right here above the HGS where it says primary and the E100 and -3. The knob right above that, right here in the center, where it says off test and all that stuff. So, alright, still getting this descent down. Alright, so still continuing our descent down. And we are going to deviate from the course here in a second because it has us doing something weird. I've only had a few traffic alerts on that sim before. Yeah, I've same here. I've only had like a handful of them. Not that many. All right. Let's see, heading. Your music is pretty good. Remember, your music is pretty good. Remember when I had to bring my own music? Yeah, I remember. I remember when you had to bring your own music. You're like, yeah, I can't listen to your music. Well, I was limited before because I was going off of like the royalty-free stuff that they had on YouTube. And then once I found out about Pretzel Rock, and it has so many different genres on Pretzel Rock that you can choose from, I've just been using it. And I don't have to worry about getting a DMCA. I just play my Spotify playlist. Okay, alright. I just mute parts of my stream. See, that's the thing that I hate. Okay, we just passed our transition altitude. So let's set our altimeter to 3020. I hate the scroll wheel. Stop it. Oh my gosh. All right. Probably also as I'm not affiliate. Okay, all right. See, yeah, that was the other thing. It's like I wanted to get affiliate status, so I didn't have I didn't want to get copyright strikes and whatnot. And it sucks because it's like some of the stuff that I play on Twitch will make it through fine, but because I like to upload my streams to YouTube afterwards, and once it gets on YouTube, they'll be like, copyright claim, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So alright, so here shortly we'll set up for our approach into Orlando. Yeah, it was a big bummer. Like, it sucked when I would go back and like watch my VODs on YouTube, and portion of it is muted because of the music. Alright, here in about 2,000 feet, we'll turn on our landing lights, set our speed for 250 knots, and get set up for our arrival into Orlando. So when are you going to fly this? That flight I request is an hour long. Not bad at all. No, not bad at all. And you know, when I'm flying the CRJ, I like doing like little short hauls, because you can get multiple takeoffs and landings with the short hauls. So, like, I think there's only been like a handful of times where I did East Coast to West Coast or West Coast to East Coast flight, because those are like 4 to 5 hours. All right. So let's go ahead, speed, let's set that for 250. And here in a bit, I'm going to engage heading, and we will head towards the runway.
We have begun our final descent into Orlando.
Landing lights are coming on now.
Select any craft one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
And so far, everything is looking good for our approach. I'm gonna head out. All right, Mad Lab. Have a good one, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. Safe landing. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Alright, so here in a little bit I'm going to engage heading and we will head over towards the runway. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Just cut out some of the fat because for some strange reason they have me like flying down, then back up, then back down, and I'm like, what's the point of that? And we should capture the localizer shortly thereafter. Go ahead and bring our range in. And let's verify. Localizer will be tuned in now. So, Black Diamond, when are you going to fly the Queen of the Skies again? Are you just going straight into the next flight or toward tomorrow for the quality of flight with us? Okay, alright. I'm just gonna go straight to the next one. Alright, so localizer is tuned in. Let's go ahead and set that PR. And the course that we're going to need, let's verify that. For 18 right is 185. Let's go ahead and get the course set right. Alright, course is set. And looks like Miami Center just popped down 135.175. And I believe we're still in Jacksonville Center's airspace, so I don't even have to talk to him yet. And speed 180, so let's go ahead and get our flaps 20 in. As much as I like the Queen, I'm going to start Book of Souls World Tour using it. Really? So you're going to be doing some fairly long flights. Let me look at something real quick. Okay, make sure. Yep, I'm just out of his airspace, so I don't have to talk to him. But once we get in the air to Miami, I will have to talk to him. So let's go ahead and engage approach. Aircraft should grab the localizer here momentarily. Once it grabs the localizer, I actually have the field in sight. Once it grabs the localizer, I'll drop the landing gear. Yeah, but I've been planning to do that tour for years now. Okay, so how long are the flights going to be? Now that I've got this sound, it's going to be even better, I bet. Alright, so we're establishing on the localizer. Go ahead and bring down the landing gear. And we should be capturing the glide slope here momentarily as well. Untitled Chapter, United 1017, 5 mile final, runway 18 right to land. Untitled Chapter. Alright, so the aircraft should be capturing the glide slope. As soon as we capture the glide slope, I'll put in the VREF. Glide slope has been captured. Pop over here, set our VREF, 127 knots. And get our rest of our flaps in. Well, Sav, hey buddy. I was just asking Namina about you earlier. I was like, I wonder where Sav is. How's work going for you today? Alright, get the rest of our flaps in. And we have a nice approach here into Orlando. So you didn't miss it, Sab. We have one more leg. We're going to be flying down into Miami after we land here in Orlando. I was at the bar with my sister and her friend. Oh, okay, all right. Cool. So I don't know why, but the ISOs aren't working today. I tried to give a shout out to Namina earlier, but yeah, it wasn't working. I thought your sister moved though. Alright, still holding the glide slope. Now this is a beautiful approach in Black Diamond. And once we get on the ground, going to exit left and head over to the terminal. Yeah, this one is beautiful with all the ponds and lakes and whatnot around. Sav, I'll tell you one thing, man. We were battling yesterday on the Mina's stream. All right, all types coming off, approach coming off my aircraft. All right. We're going to exit left. Taxi over to the gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Orlando. The local time is 8:04 p.m. and it's currently about 79.
Cross the whole short line and then we'll turn off our landing lights and start our APU. So the landing lights are coming off now. And go ahead and start the APU. And we don't need the strobe lights right now as well either. Go ahead and bring our flaps up. We're going to taxi over to the gate. Orlando traffic, United 1017 has vacated runway 18 right. And we're going to hold short right here. Make sure there's no traffic coming in on 18 left. All right, 18 left is looking clear. And we're going to taxi on over to the gate. There you go, kissing the ground again. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm really starting to get the hang of this aircraft, man. I love it. This thing is just beautiful. I miss all questions. My phone shut up, but I'm on my PC now. No worries, no worries. I was saying that we were battling on Namina's stream yesterday. That was pretty epic. Yeah. Oh man, that was pretty fun. I think she said she wasn't going to be streaming today. I was kind of hoping she was, but I don't think she is. And her friends were wigging it on. Yeah, they were edging it on. They were egging it on. Nice airport. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. I love this airport. Alright, so we're going to taxi over here to the gate, and then we will shut down the engines, kick all the passengers off, and get set up for our flight into Miami. Yeah, the big flex. She made like $40 to $50. I was like, wow, really? Job life. Hey, I was not gonna let you beat me. I was like, oh, he's not beating me. I was like, he is not gonna beat me. I had to bow down. Yeah, I had to slow it down too. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm about to be broke. Let me slow this down. Oh yeah, she was going through some stuff, so I think it was. Well, I'm glad I could help her out. All right, let's pull over here to the gate and then get the passengers off and get set up for our flight into Miami. Yeah, it was awesome. I don't do that often, but if I see it's a really good streamer, then I'm more than happy to, you know, help out. So a little more. All right, so let's go ahead and shut down the engines. APUs are running, so we can go ahead and shut the engines down now. And we will get the jetway connected. And we can turn off our beacon light. Jetway is going to go ahead and interface with the aircraft and turn off our taxi lights as well. And we can go ahead and let the passengers off. So the passengers are getting off at this time. Alright, so if you give me a quick second, I'm going to get everything set up for our departure out of Orlando and head into Miami. So I will be right back. Alright everybody, we're back, so let's go ahead and get everything going inside of the aircraft. First and foremost, let's pop down here and program in our route. So let's go to flight plan. We're departing from KMCO and we are going to KMIA. And let's execute that, and let's look at our departures and see which one we'll be using for today. So let's edit our flight, new flight. So you weren't getting any signal in the bar where you were, Seth? Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect that you would be like watching my stream if you were hanging out with your sister and her friends. Let's look at the departures out of Miami. See which one we are going to use. Let's see the departures. 718 left is what we're going to be departing off of. Okay, so it looks like we'll do the Dandy 1 departure. Yep, we'll do the Dandy 1 departure. So let's go ahead and put that information in. So our departure is going to be the Dandy 1 departure. And let's see what transition we'll use. Board transition. Let's go with the board transition, and we're going to be departing off of runway 18 left. Put board back in there, execute that, and then let's put in the rest of our routing. So after board, we're going to be going direct to MLB. And after MLB, we will do the Healy 7 arrival into MLB the show 21. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, true. Plus, also, I always catch your stream when I can, so I didn't want to not watch. I feel you. I really appreciate it, my guy. All right, so Miami, and we are arriving the Healy 7 arrival with a Healy 7 arrival. And the runway that we're going to be catching is, let's see, Miami. They are landing 8 left, 8 right, 9, 12, with Elijah, 8 left. Okay, so we're going to be shooting for 8 left. So let's see where that's at. That's looking like 8 left. So we'll shoot for 8 right. And our transition point, I'm not going to put that in there, so we'll execute that. And let's look at our legs. So MLB, and then it's the Healy. Execute. So we're looking good there. Let's go and do our performance now. So our zero fuel weight for this flight is going to be 54,088. 54,088, and our fuel that we will need is a whopping 7,897 pounds of fuel. I was playing that with last night, and said, "Oh my God, Drake going on like that," and I was like, "Oh hell no!" He was like, "Oh heck nah, you can't upscale me." All right, so 5.9 on the trim wheel is what we will need. And let's pop down here and look at our perf page, our performance page. Let's throw all that information over, send it out to the simulator and the FMS. V-speed, let's set that again to make sure that they are set. 124, 182. Yeah, all right, cool. So those are all set. Cruise Mount 2 is going to be flight level 350. And execute that. So everything is looking good there. So I believe we are good to go ahead and get the passengers on. Pop back here to 18. Next. Alright, passengers are getting on the aircraft, so we are good now. Let's go ahead and clear out these warnings here. I still have bits left over. I do too. I don't think I completely zeroed out. I don't think I completely zeroed out yesterday. So let's see. Speed's going to be 250. 250, and we're going to climb up to 5. Go ahead and take it up to. Screw it. Let's go ahead and take it all the way up to our cruising altitude of 35,000. I appreciate the bit there, Sal. Alright, 35,000. So we are good, flight directors. Turn it off, turn it back on, and yeah, we are good. Just wait for the passengers to get on. and we will be on our way into MIA. So I know you're going to be streaming tonight, Sab, right? I just had to do that. Yeah, you did. It was funny when Amina was calling on my
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your
yeah,
flight
first
attendant
with my mom, then myself. Sweet.
all large carry-on items
It was funny when yesterday Amina was calling the single bit, the FU bits. And 135.175, let me tune them in, have them ready. Alright, I have them ready. They'll give us a new squawk code once we get into his airspace. So your mom, what are y'all going to be playing?
If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply,
oh yeah, she's hilarious in her words. Oh my god, just, yeah, I know. So is that her actual accent? Because it sounds like a New York accent. We're playing It Takes Two. Okay, got you. Gotcha. Alright, let me go ahead and call the tug over.
We're on your time now.
Tug is coming over now. Jetway is going to get moved.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1018 with service to Miami. Our flight time will be roughly 42 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure.
Miami is a nice approach. I haven't approached into Miami yet. Alright, let's see. Overhead lights. Turn those up a little bit. And go ahead and turn on our beacon. And let's go ahead and push from the gate. Parking brake is coming off. And push from the gate. Go ahead and start up the engines. Flow right up. Yep, flow right up.
Gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
Alright, as soon as it hits 20% on the N2, I'll apply fuel to the engines and they'll go ahead and start up. Alright, 20% N2, so go ahead and apply the fuel.
At this time, we would appreciate your attention while we review important safety
there we
information. In preparation for departure,
and we can go ahead and stop our pushback. Set our parking brake. Tug can go ahead and get released. And let's look at the airport map so we know exactly where we're at, so we can do our taxi over to 18 left.
Direct your attention to the flight attendants in the cabin. For everyone's safety, regulations require your compliance with all the lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions.
Alright, so we're going to taxi to 18 left via taxiway.
And adjust the strap so it fits low and tight.
Bravo.
To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle. Please review the safety instructions.
So let's go ahead and let everybody know what we're doing. Orlando traffic, United 1018, taxiing runway 18 left via taxiway Bravo. Orlando traffic. Okay, do you have an Android or iPhone? I have an Android. One last sanity check, make sure everything's good. Nose wheel steering is good. Rust reversers are armed just in case we got to abort takeoff. Taxi lights coming on now. We can shut off our APU because we have good engine start. And let's go ahead and commence our taxi. Do you get those news articles, push notifications? I'm not even sure, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even sure.
If needed, oxygen masks will be released.
And let's turn on our
start the flow of oxygen.
Cross flow.
Reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over your head.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I get those notifications or not.
Pull the tab on each side of the mask. The plastic bag.
I get so many notifications I wouldn't even notice.
Be sure to secure your own mask before assisting others. A life vest is located under or between your seat.
Gotcha, I normally don't care, but apparently this rapper named KTSJ was shot 64 times earlier after leaving jail. That's it. Good God, 64 times?
Inflate the vest by pulling vest can be manually
Jesus.
inflated by blowing into one of the red
He
tubes.
pissed somebody
And
off.
it's equipped with a water-activated propane.
According to the news,
It is
yeah.
important that you do not inflate your life vest until after exiting the aircraft. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft.
Yeah, he pissed somebody off.
Including the laboratories. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying a laboratory smoke detector is prohibited. On behalf of the captain...
Alright, so we're going to make a
Enjoy your flight.
right turn up here on taxiway Bravo and continue that down to 18 left. And head right into MIA.
Please note the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
So yeah, I decided to do a double header today because of the fact I was not here yesterday for our Sunday stream. So I was like, hey, I got to make it up to everybody and stream on Sunday. Go ahead and drop our flaps. We need flaps 8 for departure out of here. Alright. So I told my sister that her friend was cute and she said she is, but she is serious. Really sure with a boyfriend who's in jail. So I'm like, no. You're like, yeah, I'm not messing with that. Yeah, definitely don't, no. Alright, so after takeoff, we're going to do... Namina, you're still here. You've been so quiet. I didn't know if you were still here. That's above your pay grade, definitely. Definitely. So, okay, let's see. Our first fix is going to be to Ukraine. So we'll vector over to Ukraine. I dozed off a minute or so. Oh, no worries. No worries. Did you see the landing at least? Yep, Stab just popped in here. Got everybody here. Just now, yes. Alright, so we are getting ready to head into Miami. The flight time is 42 minutes. Once we get into Miami, if it's not too dark, we'll do a little sightseeing tour around the area. We'll check out the beach, and then we'll end the stream for today. I want to say I really appreciate everybody popping in to the stream to hang out with us on our Monday stream. I will not be here on Saturday or Sunday this week to stream for y'all, as I will be out of town, but I will be back on Monday to stream again. At one point, hey, at one point yesterday, when Namina got the notification and she was trying to talk and she was stumbling over her words, I thought I broke her at one point. I was like, I think I broke Namina because she could not formulate a good sentence. We gotta try harder next time. Facts. Like, I was thinking about doing it, but I was like, you know what? The way my bank account's set up, I gotta check it into savings. You did. Then I cried so much after we got her to what, like a level 3 or level 4 hype train. Was it? I think it was a level 5, to be honest with you. I think it was a level 5 hype train. Alright, let's pop up here. We'll go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Strobe lights are coming on now. And let's get ready to enter the runway. And we're just going to hold short here and 18 left just to make sure there's no aircraft coming in. Alright, hold short right here real quick, which is verify, make sure no aircraft are coming in. It's looking clear. Orlando traffic, United 1018, lining up runway 18 left. Orlando traffic. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of here and head into MIA.
Here we go!
Appreciate the love there, Namina. Alright. Took it set. We are up. Gears coming up at this time. Flaps are coming up. And let's go ahead and engage heading, speed, autopilot. And the aircraft is going to continue to climb up. We have fun going out. And we went to 2 bars in a row. Oh wow, 2 bars in a row? Jesus. Alright, so we're going to tell the aircraft to go direct to UK and arm now. And let's verify, yep. The aircraft is going to fly direct to UK. That was a good climb out of Orlando. So here in a little bit, I'm going to have to talk to Miami Center. And we should be doing 250 knots for our climb. Alright. I keep it cool at the bar, only get drunk. You know, I haven't been to a bar in forever, Sab.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide
Miami
range
Center.
of free TV and paid movies library.
Miami Center, United 1018, checking in at 12,000.
United 1018, Miami Center, good evening, squawk 4653.
Four, 6. Four, 6, 5, 3 in the box for United 1018. Alright. Go ahead and kick our speed up.
United 1018, thank you. Radar contact 30 miles northwest of Melbourne. Climb and maintain. Flight level 26026.
Going to 260 United 1018. Alright.
Delta 1958, you'll be leaving my airspace shortly. No further ATC available. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Let's go ahead and tell the aircraft to go to 260. Alright. So the rest of the information I will put in
Delta 1958,
once we get closer.
Available. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Because I don't know what runway they're going to be giving us.
Yeah.
Turn the ATC up.
Roger, Golf Sierra, Bravo, Romeo, Kilo, wind 090 at 14, runway 10 right, clear to land.
Sky is so pretty. Yes, it's beautiful. I love doing dusk and dawn takeoffs for that reason. Alright, these are transition altitudes, so go ahead and set it to the standard.
Right here off, I'm not sure how you got there, but you can just make the next right turn if you like, for runway 10 left at Charlie.
I was like that 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was. I remember that.
Right, sorry about that. Yeah, no worries. The IFR to Fort Worth
see what the field elevation is.
Or either the inbounds to Palm Beach on the frequency. Inbounds to Palm Beach from the east.
Let's see. Let's go 8 right.
Okay, who's the IFR to Fort Worth?
The signal height is 442 and the elevation is 9 feet. So let's go here.
Center, good evening. Pascal 772 on final runway 28 left at West Palm Beach.
Okay, Castle 772.
There we go. And I want to see pretty things. You want to see pretty things?
Tailwind on a short runway.
Alright, and the decision height is going to be 442, so let's throw that in.
Okay, it's just, even for that it's quite short. Castle 772, wind, that 0708, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Roger, clear to land, 28 left, Castle
442.
November 81,
Alright,
Delta
the signal height is put in, so we just got to figure out which runway they're going to give us.
Runway 28 left.
And we're set up.
November 81, Delta
Looks like the mirror.
Runway 28
what looks like a mirror?
Turns appreciated for spacing with your buddy. And 0708, runway 28 left, clear to land under 2.
She said she wanted to see pretty things, so I said, look in the mirror. Oh!
Nice. Direction on the parallel 1 right off your right side, runway 10 right, correction runway 10 left at Charlie 3, line up.
Okay, smoking now. I'll be right back. Alright, cool. I was going to say, there's no smoking on this aircraft, Sap.
Headed 1018, climb and maintain flight level 300, I guess that'll be the final though.
Going to 300 United 1018.
Golf Sierra Bravo Romeo Kilo, we can exit to the left, ground 121.4.
Golf Sierra Bravo Romeo Kilo, next to runway.
Golf Sierra Bravo Romeo Kilo, contact ground 121.4.
Alright, gotta take it up to 300, keep it at 290 knots, so let's drop that speed back down.
November 48 Sierra Alpha Mike, turn left turn heading 060, wind 0708, runway 10 left at Charlie.
Alright, Dr. Smooth is in the house. Man, let me tell you, I am over here, like, I feel like a DJ, like I'm bouncing everywhere, trying to fly this thing.
November 81 Delta Bravo, transport opposite direction, 10 left, the longer parallel off to your right. You're still clear to land 28 left.
300. So we're going to begin our descent at 90 nautical miles.
No further ATC available. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Okay, MIA and 90 nautical miles.
676, did you want the ILS or the visual okay?
ILS.
Roger.
Alright, we're 1,000 feet from Sir Drago Pollock shorted. No, don't give me that much credit, Mamina. like Diamond has seen me do some shoddy stuff on some of my flights. So, what do you use for your VR check? I mean, are you using like an Oculus or what headset are you using? You should see the planes and stuff in VR. I have an ATC Vive. Okay. I actually have, because this simulator has VR capability. The only problem is streaming it is like ridiculous.
246 for uniform.
Because I can't find a good program that'll actually mirror it. Take it from dual like eye view to a single eye view, and it actually played pretty smooth. So hopefully in the future I can figure that out and be able to stream this VR.
Chassis 772, where are you parking?
Sorry, did you say Castle 772?
Sorry, I called you Chassis, but yeah, Castle 772,
Chassis.
where are you parking?
We'll just be parking and whatever Abraham.
Appreciate the host there, Sab. I hope that
American 359 to the Dallas Fort Worth Airport.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Like I tried it one time and it wasn't good at all. Oh no, we were talking about VR. Okay, so we are arriving via the Ely 7.
673, turn ready 360.
Right, 360 is at 673.
November 480, Alpha Mike, Quinn 0708.
And we're going to need to descend down to 2,900 feet. But I'm pretty sure he's going to give us other information.
10 left, clear for the option. 40. American 359 alerting with the squawk code squawk 4610.
So I'll just go ahead and tell the 2,900 for right now, but that might change.
American 359, your readback is correct. You can expect
you can call me Sal or by my real name. Sal has many names. Alright, so we are going to be
1018 cross Patoga at 13,000 Miami on 10-3016.
Cross Patoga at 13,000 United 1018.
673 miles from bridge and routing 060, maintain 3,000 until establishing the local adjective cleared ILS runway 903.
Patoga.
060 until established, Capital 673.
November 40, Mike carrying left base, runway 10 left. Thank you, no need for the report. You are still cleared to the option 1 to left on route 480 Alpha Mike. Clear for the option.
Alright, so instead of going down to 2,900, we'll take it to 130.
November 480 Alpha Mike. After this pass, make right, close traffic, runway 10 left.
Alright. Steve, Savage. I won't call you the latter one. But yeah, I mean, like you said, there is a lot of switches and everything that you have to hit on this.
Make right.
Alright, so hopefully this routing is correct. We'll see. Going to start our descent down here momentarily. And should be on the ground in Miami in about 38 minutes. So, Namina, you did say that you weren't going to stream tonight, right? You're streaming again on Wednesday? But I want to make sure I don't miss it. Yeah, it got dark real fast. Are y'all able to see the stream okay, or is it too dark? Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, alright. I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss it. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin our descent down.
73, wind 090 at 12, that's 22, runway 90, clear to land. Clear to land, 673.
Alright, let's go ahead and begin our descent.
1 Miami Center, good evening, squawk right down.
And let me look at the range to see where it's going to descend us down at.
Correct, 751 radar contact. Just past Northern Beach, or about 40 north of Mallet, maintain level 380.
Oh man, this thing takes some work to get everything right. But yeah, Black Diamond, is it too dark for y'all? Or does it look fine?
208 should be Rage 811. Just start your descent now. You can disregard the restrictions. Just descent and maintain 11,000.
Let's see if I can get the expected runway. Miami Center, United 1018. For planning purposes, what's the expected runway for Miami?
12.
How's that? Runway 12, United 1018. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that information. Let's go here to NavGraph and let's look at that. Alright, runway 12.
Miami Center, 65.
So the frequency for that is 108.9.
JetBlue 6568 Miami Center. Good evening. Wind at 090 and
108.9.
4 RNAV to Jumar. 10 left there. Clear for takeoff.
We're turning
6568.
108. Alright, 108.9 over there. And
runway 14, taxi, I can tell you, facing southeast or northwest?
Taxi
via Romeo 4 Alpha, cross runway 4.
Alright, we're looking good there. And let's go down here and look at the approach, arrival. So ILS runway 12.
No further ETC available.
And we'll execute that.
Change your sign check frequencies of cruise.
Alright, so we are set up for our approach. It's fine for me, bro. Alright, cool. Because I know sometimes on my screen it looks a little bit dark, so I just wanted to verify to make sure that y'all are able to see it fine. Okay, so the aircraft has been sailing down nicely. Should be on the ground in about 35 minutes or less into Miami. And what I'll probably do is when we do the helicopter tour, I'll probably back the time up a little bit.
Thank you very much.
Use my God powers to back the time up a little bit so we can actually see Miami Beach during the day.
Level 320. 320 direct Matlock, JetBlue 65.
What time are you starting the mom stream, Sab?
Miami Center, this is G46 Uniform. I think you might have some flight plan amendments for me.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'll got you. Just a second. I'll actually do it this time.
Mama Stream Monday, yep. Yeah, I feel like I should have already been at like 10,000 right here, so we're going to be dropping really quick. Once we get to 18,000 feet, set our altimeter for 3016. I did this all 7. Oh yeah, Donna's awesome. Alright, I'm back. What I mean? I was just asking what time you're going to start the mom stream.
Ready to try and copy 246
This one is for 246
3016.
Beach Airport via vectors uptown Alpha.
So let's go ahead. I like to. Where's my mouse?
November Echo.
I like to pop over here and change it over now.
Direct Mug.
And 3016.
Mike. Uniform Golf Sierra. Victor 3.
Alright, altimeter is set.
Mike November. Direct destination. Climb and maintain 4,000. Squawk 4666.
Okay, clear to...
It's up to her. Remember, she just got back in town from Reno and went to work. Because yesterday was such a lengthy time. Oh, I feel you. Yeah. Queen Breezy, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream and welcome to United Airlines flight 1018 service to Miami. How is your day going?
Coup33 and Breezy.
Who sent her?
Thanks for following.
Did you send her, Sam? I really appreciate it. Because I was just about to ask, how did you find my channel?
Okay, JetBlue 673 taxi to the ramp via Tango uniform and cross runway 12.
Alright, so we're the... he's like, Sam did it. Really appreciate it.
And number 2463, you think it's going to crash this in?
Glad to be here.
No,
how is your day going?
Spawn out and spawn back in. It's horrible to do this in this sense. So,
Ladies and gentlemen,
create a
due
flight
to the
plan,
short
reload
duration of
the
this
sim.
flight, we will not
I'll
be
check
able to
in with
offer
you in a
flight
minute.
service.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, if it takes all that, I'll just leave you on
No, it's all part of the fun.
Tell it back.
So, that's okay. Thank you.
There's nobody out here, so I don't really need to give you the right thing.
Is that lightning? It is lightning. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's lightning. Okay.
359.
My day is going great. That's good.
Runway heading for now.
That's good. My day has been pretty uneventful. Woke up fairly late and then hopped on to do the stream. And we do these streams every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Speedbird Concord 1 in here.
Jesus. This week will be weird because I have to actually go out of town. So I won't be able to stream this Saturday or this Sunday, but on Monday I will.
Just read it to me. I have Headley to Headley and some other stuff.
No, I got to learn this FMS. I'm going to try to do it in the plane 244 uniform. Thank you.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll show...
How's air traffic control sounding? Is he too quiet, too loud? Out of 5. Sweet. Alright, cool.
United 1018, traffic 1 o'clock, 7 miles northwest bound on Airbus C320, climbing through actually they're climbing through 15,000 now, so no fact. United 1018, turn right heading 230, vector visual approach runway 12, descend and maintain 8,000.
Turn left, runway 230, and I have the traffic for United 1018.
I just verified the right turn to 230, maintain 8,000 in 1018.
Correction, 230 right turn and down 8,000 United 1018.
United 7, correction, American, 751 American, cross Mugs at flight level 260.
Alright, go ahead and do our heading, and we're going down to 8,000.
751 cross Mugs at flight level 260. Tractor 369, radar contact, turn
Alright,
right
so going down to 8,000. There we go. Ooh, sounds good to me. Alright, cool. Thanks, Queen. There's a little bit of stutter there.
Right, heading 270, climb and maintain 10 bound.
Alright, so they're vectoring us to set us up for our approach for runway 12. And since we're going to be below 10,000 feet here shortly, appreciate the cheer there, Sal. Since we're going to be down below 10,000 feet here shortly, I'm going to go ahead and turn on our landing lights and set our speed for... Got a flex from last night. Got to get that flex on. And go ahead and set our speeds for 250 knots. And set up for our approach into MIA. Said he had a flex from last night. Alright, change the source over. There we go. And the course for runway 12, let's look at that real quick. So the course for that is 124.
We have done our final departure. Flight attendants will be passing the cabin to collect
Alright, course is set.
final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and
Looks like it's too dark for the helicopter tour. So what I'm going to probably do is, I mentioned it earlier, you probably weren't here watching. I'm going to reverse time a little bit, use my magical powers to make it daylight again, and then we'll do the helicopter tour.
Steeper Concord 1, read back correct, runway 9er, taxi via Sierra.
The magic of a simulator. Okay, let's look at this.
JetBlue 65, 68, clear
All right.
large.
So we have a little bit, then we should connect to the localizer. So ever since I picked up Flight Sim 2020, I just love flying in the airports that I have not frequented in the past because of the visuals. He-Man, we got the I have the power!
United 1018, descend and maintain 5,000, turn right heading 240.
Going to 5,000 and down, and going to 240, United 1018.
Thank you, and it'll be your choice of the ILS or visual approach to 12.
Roger that, my choice, United 1018. And go ahead down to 5,000.
American 359, clear direct Harvey Hotel Romeo Victor, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Alright, so we should be establishing like a 1 to 2 hour flight. It should be 10,000 minimum, and anything over that should be 20K. I was thinking more. I think as we do a request flight for the channel point, you should set a minimum or a top flight. Yeah, I mean, that would be a good idea.
Yes, I am. The correct code is MedSafe.
Alright, so we should see the airfield here shortly.
Yep, thank you for checking. This is my ready to go.
Getting a little bit of stutters. I actually think I see the airfield out there. But as I was saying, yeah, ever since I picked up 2020, I love flying in the airports that I have not flown into in the past because the visuals are just amazing. And let's go ahead and get some flaps in. Felt fair to me and Namita need to discuss the channel point stuff. What are you trying to do with your channel point stuff, Seth? Alright, go ahead and engage approach. That way the aircraft grabs it. And actually, I think I'm going to take it a little bit lower.
Speed by 01, thank you. And I'm sorry, it'll actually be RNAV Ricky for Speedbird 1, RNAV Ricky.
We need to discuss many things. Oh!
Okay, on that to Ricky.
Like, we got many things we need to talk about there, buddy. What did you do, Sav? Did you do something to check out Lamina? Alright, go ahead and go flaps 20.
Headed 10, 18. Your last assignment was 5,000, but now this center maintains 3,000. Just no lower than that total trim.
No, 3,000, United 1018.
And did you make a decision on the ILS or visual?
Yeah, it's going to be ILS.
Roger.
Good evening, Miami Center. United 254 request IFR clearance from Miami to San Diego, Dominican Republic.
Alright, so he should be giving us nothing bad at all. What do you need? So we're just waiting for him to give us our last vectors over to the field. Ooh, it is dark. Alright everybody, so we should be setting up for our final vector.
1018, turn left heading 190.
Turn left 190, 918. Final vectors to establish on the localizer. I'm gonna just be over in my corner. She's like, I'm just gonna stay over here. I don't have a dog in that fight. I'm just gonna stay right over here. Alright, pick our speed back up.
Speedbird Concord 1, radar contact, climb and maintain level 600. Flight level 600.
I gotta hit the looking for.
3000, Miami altimeter 3017.
Alright, let's look at this. Okay. 300.
United 10, 5 miles from Vienna, turn left heading 150, maintain 3,000, so that's the localizer, cleared ILS runway 12 approach.
Turn left 150 and clear, established ILS 12, United 1018. Alright, so let's go ahead and armor approach. Aircraft should grab the localizer here shortly. Once it grabs the localizer, I'll drop the landing gear. And get ready for our approach in. And once I get the glide slope, that's when I'll engage the VREF. Alright, 180 knots. Here momentarily, you should grab the localizer. So I hope y'all are enjoying the stream today. It's a pretty relaxing day. Alright, we have the localizer, so the landing gear is going to come down at this time. And we got the glide slope as well. So let's go ahead and select our VREF 128 and get the rest of our flaps in. You know I love your flight, bro. Yeah, I know. I really appreciate. You know, I appreciate it, Black Diamond. Y'all always pop it in here. All right. Go ahead and get our flaps in. And we are perfectly established on the glide slope and the localizer.
American 359, Intercom 122.20. American 751, monitor Intercom 122.8. Miami land for the east. I'd recommend balance 12 or get 8 race. There's no south 32 Intercom.
Alright. Let's get the rest of our flaps in.
Headed 1018, wind 070, 16 gust 28 to runway 12, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 12, United 1018.
Thank you, and after you land United 1018, you can fly our Unicom 122.8.
Roger that, going to Unicom after landing, United 1018.
Receiver Concord 1, monitor Unicom 122.8. Unicom 122.8, thank you for your help.
Maintaining the glide slope.
Unicom 122.8, thank you.
Looks like Miami Center is logging off. Happy's looking good. I see 2 white, 2 red, so we're looking good on the approach. And sitting here managing the throttle to maintain the VREF. I want to play this game. Oh, it's super fun. It is super fun. I've been playing simulators since I was a freshman in high school back in 1996. Oh. I may download it. So there's different versions. There's a premium version, there's a deluxe version, and I think a standard version. I think the standard version, how much was the standard version, Black Diamond? $1,000. Standard is probably 100, I think. Oh, so which one was the cheaper version? Winds are bouncing us around a little bit. We should be on the ground here shortly. Alright, I'm going to disengage autopilot, approach my aircraft, and I'm going to take it the rest of the way in.
Minimums. 400. Minimums. 300. Sink rate. 200. Minimums. 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 100.
Ooh, it's dark.
Minimum 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Miami. We're going to exit left and then head over to the gate. Go ahead and bring up our flaps.
Gentlemen, welcome to Miami. The local time is 9:08. p.m., and it's currently about 84 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile device. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final
So as we cross the whole short line,
if you're making a
I don't
connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to
forget that noise. Forget that noise. Where's my bikini? Alright, so we crossed the whole short line. We don't need our landing lights anymore. I'm going to leave the nose one on because it's kind of dark. We don't need our strobe anymore. And let's go ahead and commence our taxi over to the gate. Sam, if you have a bikini, then you got a problem, my guy. I don't understand why we got so much lightning around here. And it's really dark. I'd pay to see that. Oh my god, I need it. I have to have it. You need to get a bikini? I realize after mowing in the sun. Hot tub stream coming soon. Oh no. We don't need any hot tub streams. There was one person that I was following on Twitch. First they were doing ASMR and then their stream turned into like a hot tub stream. And I'm like, this is not what I was following you for. So I didn't unfollow them, but I like made it to where I couldn't see their notifications, or they'd be the first one that popped up on the recommended channels whenever I log in. Yeah, all that stuff is super weird. Yeah, very weird. Very weird. I mean, to each his own, but that wasn't my cup of tea. My guy did it as a joke and it was like... Alright, let's see, where are we going to park? I think I'll park her over here to the right. Alright, and I don't even know if I fired up the APU. Let me pop up here and see. Nope, sure didn't. Get the APU going. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm licking the mic and got banned. I think that's the same one. Black Diamond. That's the same one I'm talking about. Alright, APU is up and running, so let's go. Okay, I need some light. It is dark, so let's do light. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the engines. And we can go ahead and turn our beacon off. And we'll get the jetway connected. I thought I turned the strobe off. I guess I didn't. Beacon off. Logo leave on. Taxi lights off. Nose light off. Alright, so everybody's getting off the aircraft. So give me 1 second. I'm going to switch over to the helicopter and then we will take a quick tour of Miami. So I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back with you here at MIA. I went ahead and used my magical powers and made it daytime again, so that way we can go ahead and hop in here and do our sightseeing tour. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Just gonna go and skirt down the coast to check out what's going on over there. So let's pop up here, turn on our avionics, standby battery, master battery is coming on. Anti-collision light is coming on, position light and strobe light is coming on as well. Air conditioner, I guess I'll flip that on for y'all so you don't burn up here in Miami. And let's pop down here and get the helicopter running. Helicopter tour bet. Yeah, I love doing the helicopter tours for y'all now. I'm glad I was able to catch the end. Yep. All right. Alright, so let's go ahead and lift off out of here and go and check out the beach. See who's laying out there. Bikini time, be right back. Sam, you better not go and grab no bikini, man, I swear. Make sure our strobe light is on. It is on. Okay. If you go and grab a bikini, we're going to have to talk. So yeah, Queen, this is something that I love doing for the viewers. Now that Flight Sim 2020 has such good visuals, they use Bing Maps to generate the sceneries and whatnot. We like to go and sightsee around to see if we can, recognize locations and whatnot, and see what the area looks like and what have you. Does this count as a date though? I'm not sure. Sam, you taking Queenie on a date? You taking her on a aerial tour date? Guess so. You got Queen, you got Namina, and you. Just kidding. You got Black Diamond in here too. Alright. So we're heading out over here to the coastline. Once we hit the coastline, I'll make a left turn. Y'all do all the talking, I'll do all the paying. Appreciate the 3 bits there, Seth. Alright, so the coastline is actually out there. So we're gonna fly past the buildings here, then we'll head over to the coastline. I think that's where the Marlins play. Possibly. Let's go see. Would it be the Marlins or would it be the Dolphins? Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's head back over towards the coastline. Miami seems pretty built up as well, Black Diamond. You ever been to Miami, Sab? Haven't? Oh, I've been to Florida. Okay, all right. Last time I was in Miami was probably about 8 or 9 years ago. No, about 8 years ago. I was in Miami. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Drove around, checked out the area. We went to check out the place, the gelato shop that the Jersey Shore crew worked at when they were there, and the apartment that they stayed in and what have you. It was super cool. The bridge went underwater. Yeah, there's some modeling issues with the sim, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Like, they need to work on like the traffic and whatnot too, because like you'll see traffic climbing a hill that's not there. This is pretty yeah, if you can stand the heat. If you could stand the heat. Alright, so we're going to make a left turn up here and just fly down the coast, check out the beach. See if Namina's out there. I mean, I'd rather deal with humidity sometimes or rain than oh yeah, because here we have the dry heat, and that can get old really quick. Beach, kick me out. Alright, so I'm here on the beach and let Namina touch the sand. So this is probably the expensive area right here. This is where like all the mansions would be. Everybody has pools and things like that. I am tanning like crazy. I always say I want to go to the beach, but the height alone wouldn't make me stay in a helicopter. Hold on, I'll touch down here on the sand, let y'all touch the water a little bit. There you go. Let me open up the doors. Open up this door, y'all can go touch the water. Oh, go back. My bikini doesn't fit quite right. Everyone filthy. Oh man, y'all are silly. Alright, has everybody had a chance to go around and run and touch the water? You look great. Alright, you got your selfies and everything? Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. Sand feels great. Must be my 10-inch arms. Y'all are silly. Y'all are on something today. Alright, so we're going to continue down the beach here. Big flex. This is in Muscle Beach. This ain't Venice. So the beach is fairly long in Miami. Like, I would hate to have to like walk from one end of it to the other. I don't know, this bikini thing ain't working out. It's too tight. Section of the car, aircraft looks believable. Like I can feel the texture by looking at it. Yeah. Yeah, whoever modeled this helicopter, they did an amazing job. Like that, it's all about confidence. Yeah. Like the meaning said, it's all about confidence. But yeah, you gotta have some dough to live out here. Yeah, this beach is long. I'm flying an AC-130 here and next. It'd be nice if they came out with more helicopters. Black Diamond. Don't know how that opened, how that door opened, but let me close that back. This is your captain speaking. Your co-pilot just jumped out the door. Look how the water breaks. Yeah. Normally there will be more waves. Yeah, it would be a whole lot more. Co-pilot went skydiving. He's like, I must jump in the water. Alright, so I think we've seen in a bikini, yep. Alright, so I think we've seen enough of the beach, so let's go ahead and start heading back over towards the field. The same one as yours. No, he just borrowed Black Diamond's bikini. He was like, hey, let me borrow that real quick. For the one time, yeah. Let me borrow it. You'll never get it back though. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. No exchange of clothes. Oh shit! Black Diamond freeballing it in the helicopter. Not good. Alright, so I got the airfield right there straight ahead. So once we get over there, have a nice touchdown, and then that'll do it for today's stream. Are these seats supposed to be good? Oh, they're leather seats, Black Diamond, so you might want to be careful. They're leather seats. I'm next to jump. Hey Sal, ending off with your jam. Alright, so you called it before I did. Oh yeah, I did. I think, yep, Sab's gonna hear it. Namina! I can't believe it's so late already. It's already 6:35 here. I like how even if it's a short flight, I'm watching and it comes on it. Yeah, it does. Y'all make this stream incredible. Awesome community. Awesome community. Great group of friends. Namina, Sal, now Queen, Black Diamond. Mad Lad was in here earlier. Greg was in here for a little bit. Great group of people. It was your bikini. Sam just so wanted to see your bikini, Black Diamond. And once we get on the ground, that'll be it. We will pop in and raid somebody. I haven't done that before, so, you know, just want to pop in, even if they'll just pop in and say hi, you know, greatly appreciated. We're gonna just pop in real quick and raid somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna do it from the Twitch website. Or I might try it here from Twitch. I'll just try it here from OBS. see if I can get it right. So yeah, I appreciate it if y'all just pop in, even if you stay for a couple of seconds, just to say hi. We're gonna pop in and check out B-Dubs. He's actually controlling Oakland Center right now. Great streamer. He has a lot of energy whenever people are in and everything. Whenever he's not streaming, he does fly. He does fly around the various locations. So let's go ahead and get her on the ground here, and then we will go in and do that. So we'll just put her down right over here by the tower. And I hope y'all enjoyed your tour, even though the co-pilot decided to jump out. At least y'all got to get on the beach and touch the sand, touch the water a little bit, take a couple of selfies. Black Diamond didn't jump out, did he? Alright everybody, so we have made it here to Miami, back to Miami. Let's pop down here, get the doors, actually shut the engines down first because I don't want anybody getting their head chopped off. And let's get the doors open. Alright, yeah, so that's gonna do it. So let me just type this in right here, see how you said to do it. /. Alright, so hopefully I typed this in right. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and raid B-Dubs. I really appreciate y'all popping into the stream. Sab, Black Diamond, Queen, Namina, Greg, MadLab, everybody who popped in. Really appreciate it. And that's going to do it for today's stream. So until next time, y'all have a good one. See ya!